Hi Taurus, how's it going? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing awesome today. My name is Lynn and I channel messages from Spirit. So I just cleared all the energy of the cards and shuffled, and I pulled 5 cards. So you got the 7 of Cups, the Page of Cups reversed, 6 of Swords reversed, 8 of Swords, and 3 of Swords. So when a card comes out reversed, it means you're getting extra protection from Spirit, okay? Before we get started on your reading, the overall message that Spirit has for you today, Taurus, is to remove toxicity from your life, okay? Spirit wants you to know that we are only treated as badly as we allow ourselves to be. So pay attention to your physical and emotional health and reduce your toxic burdens, okay? Other people's thoughtless behavior is difficult to experience, but we often take it more personally than we need to. Remember that you have the ability to control who and what you allow in your life. You don't have to accept poor treatment from anyone or anything. You may need to speak up and then reevaluate if you are being respected once your wishes have been clearly expressed. Behavior is a better measure than potential. If you are disrespected more often than not, the bad behavior is most likely to continue, even with the occasional exception. Practicing self-love means not tolerating toxicity or abuse directed toward you from anyone or anything you come across in your life. You don't need to expose yourself to anything toxic if you can avoid it. Take firm steps towards reducing your toxic load and take action toward truly loving yourself at this time, okay? And then, so your first card that came out is a 7 of Cups. This card represents having lots of options to choose from, or multiple possibilities open to you. It can be an indication that you have so many choices or so many things going on at once that you may be overwhelmed or unable to focus properly. You need to limit the amount of things you're taking on to a manageable amount. There's no point in agreeing to do things if you can't give them the time and attention they deserve. Try to be realistic about what you can commit to. You may be indulging in wishful thinking, fantasies, or living in a dream world. You need to make a decision in your life and realistically look at where you are. Take proactive steps to make your situation better rather than fantasizing about how you want it to be. Your imagination is a great tool to help you envision your future, but it will never happen unless you take action to make it happen. Okay, and then your next card is the Page of Cups, and it came out reversed. So this is either you or someone in your life. It can be male or female in a general reading, or it can represent a situation. So the Page of Cups, it's not a great omen because it could represent bad news. For some of you, you could find you fall in love with someone who doesn't return your feelings, or you may find that a social event you have been looking forward to is canceled. Those are just some examples. Okay, whatever form this news takes, it could possibly cause sadness, disappointment, heartbreak, or sorrow. And I just wanted to show you here, you also got the 3 of Swords, which also represents that, okay? But I'll get to that in a second. This card can indicate descent into emotional instability, but taking the form of obsession, envy, or vindictiveness. It could represent shattered innocence, emotional wounds, broken dreams. That kind of goes along with the Seven of Cups, the broken dreams, emotional vulnerability, promiscuity, seduction. It could also indicate that you've lost touch with your inner child, or that some unresolved childhood issues are resurfacing. And if it represents a person, it could indicate a young person, a child, or a person who's young at heart, who is overly obsessed with superficial body image while ignoring their inner emotions, or someone who engages in attention-seeking behavior or is a bit of a drama queen or king. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then your third card is the Six of Swords, and it came out reversed. Again, extra protection from Spirit. So when this card comes out reversed, it represents moving into troubled waters. It could represent a lack of progress, jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. It's a card of feeling stuck, trapped, overwhelmed, restricted, having nowhere to run. Or it could represent choosing to stand your ground. It represents instability, rocking the boat, causing trouble, stormy relationships. So you can expect life to be a little turbulent when this card comes out in your reading. It also signifies slow healing. For some of you, maybe you're returning from travel or holidays, or it could represent disrupted or canceled travel, changing or abandoning plans. For some, eloping to get married. It could also signify floods or accidents in water. That's very specific though. Your fourth card is the Eight of Swords, upright. Again, feeling trapped, confined, restricted, backed into a corner, having your hands tied. It represents fear, terror, anxiety, psychological issues, hopelessness, helplessness, powerless, being silenced or censored. You will be feeling the pressure when this card appears. And maybe in crisis or going through a dilemma or drama. You are the one keeping yourself in this situation through negative thinking and allowing yourself to be paralyzed by fear. Remember the overall message of this reading, okay? Take off the blindfold and walk away anytime. See in the picture she has a blindfold on? Spirit saying, take off the blindfold. You can walk away anytime. This card also represents consequences and judgment, which may take the form of trial by jury, imprisonment, or punishment. And then your last card is the Three of Swords, and it came out upright. So this is talking about heartbreak again, betrayal, sadness, unhappiness, grief, sorrow, loss. We've already mentioned this. Okay? Unhappiness, heartache, sorrow, sadness, grief, loss, depression, tears. It represents a period of difficulty or hardship, usually on an emotional level. It's a card of distraction, conflict, disillusion. It could be a serious misunderstanding. So whatever situation this card is talking about, it will bring confusion, upset, and upheaval. This card is also represents depression, trauma, disorders, loneliness, absence, betrayal. You have suffered or will suffer a loss or betrayal of some kind when this card shows up in your reading. It's not going to be one that can easily be brushed over. You'll be feeling this loss on a deep emotional level, and you must give yourself time to process what has happened. Though it does represent hardship, this card is not all bad. The most difficult situations in our lives often teach us more about who we are and what we're capable of than the good times. So give yourself some space and time to heal and learn all you can from the experience. And if you need support, don't be afraid to reach out to the people that love you. Okay, Taurus, so that's your reading. Thank you. If this reading gave you any insight or guidance, if you could please like. I'm sending you lots of love and a big hug. Take good care. I'll see you next time. Bye.